For somebody who hates moralizing, he sure does an awful lot of it. Anyway, get yourself in trouble again, Irene. During this arc of No Comment Chick, I have to find true love and figure out what does true love mean for a hologram. Because if I don't, then the season ends with me turning into sea foam, and that's not very fun for anyone, right? I mean, maybe they're LARPing, and maybe you're gentrifying, like, pride. Yeah, I masturbate sometimes, right? That's not a spicy take now. She is very much taking a risk. She is very much putting it on the line, and I'm very much here for that. I am very much here for that. Yeah, if she'd been more in this mindset, I would have been in trouble. I would have been in real trouble there. It was a little bit of like, an attitude of like, hey, you know what, deal with it in the original Pride. And so the concern there is that gets diluted when you make Pride into like, a family friendly event. So it's a really tough question. And I almost feel like, I don't have a dog in the fight. I've never been comfortable with like public expression of sexuality for myself, although I don't really have a problem with others participating in it. I don't know. Chat, the reason I like trans pride is that like, I don't know, I don't feel as accepted like in the larger LGBT community. Do you know what I mean? You've got a lot of people with very different ideas about what pride should be regarding, what pride has been in the past, regarding what pride represents now. It's a question that I don't have any easy answers for. I guess that's what I'm saying. So if you're willing, let's delve into some takes that have been made today on the subject of kink at pride. Or really, I guess what we're talking about is any overtly sexual dress, behavior at pride. I've only been at Pride as a spectator, so I feel like it isn't my place to say. Yeah, like I kind of feel like the same way because I'm not like really, super comfortable at the Pride events. Like I said, like I feel a lot like more welcome at like trans pride. When gay rights started, it wasn't a polite tap straight people on the shoulder and say, excuse me, have you considered that I'm a human being? Like, right? It's not confrontational because at the time the violence of the state was being enacted to suppress gays, and like any queer culture at all was basically at risk of being shut down at any time by the cops. Some people decided that they didn't want to accept that anymore. So yeah, I guess what I was trying to say about like me and my experience as, having undergone a lot of like assimilation in order to make my life like livable for me and be treated anywhere close to how I want to be treated. Because of that, I'm very cautious against like losing stuff that might be queer culture to that impulse to assimilate, because I guess I'm afraid of losing, parts of myself in that. And so, I don't want to just, I guess I'm understanding because, like, on one hand, you've got people that they want to take their kids to Pride because they want their kids to understand that being gay is something to be proud about, that there's nothing wrong with being gay, that it's not, like, this scary, thing, right? It's just, something that people experience, right? And also for kids that are coming out to, like connect some way, to queer culture, right? And that's maybe where the concern comes from people wanting it to be more family friendly. But at the same time, like I said, the original queer movements were about confronting cis normativity with that which they were most afraid of. Like was not about censoring yourself, was not about hiding your sexuality, or it was about absolutely being like, okay, you know what, we're here and this is who we are and deal with it. Like it is absolutely that kind of confrontational energy, which I don't think it would have happened without that confrontational edge, and I'm really kind of wary to lose that. It could be used as a tool to exclude people. Yeah, and that's the other thing that people worry about is it's kind of like, yeah, they're a slippery slope. Like, okay, like how family friendly is Pride gonna need to become, right? Like, is this church now? Things like marriage, raising children, this was not allowed to queer people. This was absolutely like unthinkable, right? And so the fact that we have those options and some of us choose to to go that route, it does reflect a changing queer community. But is it a changing queer community that is going to alienate its most radical and vital elements, right? I just don't want to be dismissing inclusivity as assimilation. Well, I mean, it's a question of it. Is it assimilation or not, right? I guess what I'm saying is that when queer culture rose up, it had freed itself from some of the strictures of heteronormativity that went beyond just like who you have sex with, right? And that might represent progress that was made without really being recognized, right? Greater acceptance of sexuality in general. And I think that most of the queer community does, rep that. I almost said aesthetic. That value, yeah, because it's not an aesthetic. It's meaningful. Vaush's take was a bit hyperbolic and weird. Oh, okay. So you're okay. So you don't want to be associated. Oh, I'm sorry, leftist Al. Yeah, okay. So there are various gradations in this question, and nuance is important. And I don't want to kind of put you together with a view that you're not completely comfortable with it. And it sounds like there's some daylight between your take and Vaush's take. So sorry for misinterpreting that. Don't mind Vaush. I think he's a bit wrong on this take. No, I didn't say Vaush bad. Thank you very much. There's an argument to be made that part of pride is pushing what society is comfortable with, right? Prior to, the gay rights movement, queer people were invisible. Talk about assimilation, you would literally have to invent a fake straight life to pass off to your friends and family to make them think you're an okay person, because it was not okay to be gay back in the day. That rhymes. What is pride about? Is it a celebration of queer people and culture, or is it about pushing the boundaries? Well, listen, for queer people to be acceptable, the boundaries had to be pushed. Let's not forget that this began in a riot. This began from queer people being chased around the city, having their clubs shut down. Anytime that they try to have a normal time with somebody of the same sex, they were in danger of being raided, arrested, harassed, beaten, all this shit. And there was one group of queers that said they'd had enough, and they fought back. And that event was a watershed for queer rights. I think that the reason that these questions are hard is that these are things that we haven't really dealt with yet. The idea of consent is something that has undergone a lot of, renovation, improvement, strengthening, buffing. The idea of the concept of consent, let us say, has been buffed. I don't think we should move past the riot. We do not have equal rights until we do. We should continue to push the envelope. I'm not one who puts much stock in tradition, so even if it started out as a riot, it doesn't mean it should always be a riot. Boobs need to be normalized anyway, and that's an easy take. Of hey, wait a minute, why do I have to cover these up and a guy doesn't, right? Is that really right? Do we want to be so then we start to see that some of these mores that we have that we think are okay, well, we know what's a sexual part and what's a non-sexual part, what's an okay part to, we know, right, we know, but we're wrong. We have a sexist idea of what that is. We have an idea that says one gender can show their nipple and the other gender, their nipples need to be guarded away somewhere. In a tower, right? Guarded by a dragon and a moat and all that shit. The whole shebang from the Middle Ages, right, chat? All that shit. Chat, I've been putting this off too long. Okay. I think we were looking at Bayonetta's butt, the whole time. Nice butt, Bayonetta. I am not threatened by you having a nice butt. That is good for you. Okay, chat.
I want you all to understand that the fact that I'm being forced to discuss this is genuinely pathetic, and I'm actually disgusted by the broader behavior of the left-leaning community. Not because all of you are pedophiles, but because none of you are stupid enough to understand the arguments that I'm making. First, let me explain what pride is.
Oh my god, he's already mad! Okay?
Historically,
chat, we might have to consult the VOD.
It's generally been a parade, a march,
what got him mad?
A protest, or a riot.
He was already mad. I can tell. This is a pre-warmed Vaush.
No. We're going 40 IQ on this one, okay? You're trying to overthink it right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay? Because this is some intuitive shit. I hate to appeal to anti-intellectualism here, but the fact that there are people trying to fucking logic their way out of you shouldn't be sexual around kids is really weird to me. So let's just think for a second, okay? let's talk about what pride is. Now, historically, pride has been a lot of stuff, okay? Back in the 70s,
I'm just
the
looking
80s,
through
and 90s,
chat to
gay
see if
people
there's
were more
any
discriminated against here in the States.
NVPs,
And we're flying here to
VIPs,
America. This is like an American
MVPs.
context
Is it
type thing.
MVP like
And
for
for that
sports,
reason,
right?
pride parades tended to be a couple of things. First and foremost, they tended to be antagonistic, like to the broader society, which is fine. Broader society was being antagonistic to them. That works. And second of all, not a great place to bring your kids.
So he
because
gets
usually
part of what
cops
I
would
was
crack
saying.
down on it.
Yeah.
People would be throwing rocks. It was bad, okay? It's not a great place to bring kids. Not because there were gay people there, but because it was a highly contentious social event that could lead to a lot of, you know, a lot of civil unrest, right? That's phenomenal. This is not the era in which we currently
Yeah, I'm not
live.
saying anybody
Most major cities, and even a lot of
special
small
in
cities, now
chat
have pride
here.
events. A pride event is usually orchestrated either by the city or by some nonprofit or by a local charity group or something like that. And they have this big festival, basically. The festival is held somewhere
do
in a
recognize
relatively
some of
public
these
area,
people.
and it's meant to be a celebration of queer
Oh
culture and
shit!
history.
You know
Is everyone
what I
following
haven't
so
seen in
far?
forever?
Now, I've been to a number
Sorceress Ultimecia.
of pride events.
Please tell me Sorceress Ultimecia does not hate me now.
I lived near West Hollywood, one of the gayest places on the planet, okay? I am completely saturated in the culture, okay?
I mean, it would totally make sense since I am Renoa, but yeah, I don't know.
Of, let's be real, white cis gay men being loud, okay? I'm completely familiar with how this runs down, all right? So I've seen some people online, they're like, Vaush has never even touched a dick. He doesn't know. First of all, I've sucked more dicks than you ever seen online. That's probably not true. You're probably all always online degenerates. But anyway, shut up, okay?
Do people really say that? Do people really question, like, Vaush isn't really that gay? That's so lame. Come on.
Second of all, that the extent to which people engage in sexual...
That's so weird to be like, yeah, but I bet you're not really that gay. I bet you're only like what the hell? Is it like calling somebody like a dilettante of homosexuality? What the hell is that?
Activity
It's
is
so
not a
weird,
marker of their
champ.
participation in a community, okay? Look, here's how pride works, all right? Get ready, okay?
Oh
Everyone
yes,
get
MS
ready.
Paint. Thank
So
you.
I'm going to draw
That's
a
what we
square.
needed.
I know,
This
not a very
is what
fun
we
shape,
needed.
but that's what we're going with. This right here is pride, okay?
Meow.
What should pride be? What pride should be now is not what pride should have been 30 years ago, keep in mind. We're not working off history here. We're working off modern
Yeah,
needs,
but I don't
okay?
think
Modern
you...
utility, okay? What should pride be?
I get it that
Now,
times change,
in
but
my
also
mind,
like
pride should make it a rainbow so it's more exciting. That takes effort. In my mind,
like it's not just
okay,
old
this is my brain. Here's my perspective.
queer
okay?
people that
Pride should be
like want
an
the...
uncontroversial celebration of queer identity
I don't know,
and
Chad.
queer
I almost feel
history
like I don't have
as a way of A, putting on a good face for the
right
normies,
to
B,
decide.
giving people who are on the cusp of
like,
the
I'm so
community
not...
entry into it, like an opportunity to dip their toes in.
Chad, I'm actually
C,
not very
showing
well
people
versed
what
in
it's all
queer
about,
culture.
and D, being fun, okay? The reason why I like these elements
Is that gross?
because I think that it works to A, normalize like gay people, which is good, that's good, and B, it makes it easier for people who might otherwise not participate in the gay community jump into it. See, that's important, okay?
I mean, leather daddies at Pride aren't
happen.
kink.
If a
They're-
person is gay
They
or
aren't
trans or lesbian, I'm just going to say
kink.
gay
They are
generally
teaching
because
people kink.
LGBT
They're a bunch of
single
guys
word
walking
against
around
racism.
wearing
If a person is
simply
gay,
leather clothing.
generally, why care about the opinion of cisheads? Ban that person. We'll get to you. So if a person is gay, it can often be a really isolating experience, especially if you're young.
And they
okay?
say I'm
Queer.
ban
Let's go with queer.
happy.
If a person is queer, it can often be a
Anyway,
really isolating experience.
They
okay?
talk about leather
so let me
stuff
remind
mostly
you guys,
because
if you're 26 and like a gay dude,
that's how
you don't have
people
shit on
are repressing
14-year-olds
it,
starting to
because I
realize they
think
may be queer. Gay,
it hol-
lesbian, trans, whatever.
I think it holds
okay?
up
You don't
true
have
every
shit
time.
on them. All right? They are the ones who need the greatest amount of social support.
The whole
Okay,
no
trust
kink
me.
at Pride
They're the ones who need
discussion
the
comes up.
representation. They're the ones who need the public support. They're the ones who need the entryism. They're the ones who need all the help they can get. Okay,
Vaush talks about
me,
Pride
I'm
like
fucking
it's
27.
just a
Okay, I'm
bukkake.
queer. It doesn't affect my life in the
Bukkake.
slightest. Nobody bothers me.
A
It helps
bukkake
that I live in a
festival.
progressive city, but my age also gives me the ability to separate
Uncontroversial
myself
queer.
from people who might be hateful towards me because of my identity. I have the power in that situation.
Not being versed
if
in
I
queer
have
culture,
neighbors who I don't like,
there's
if
nothing
I have
gross about
coworkers
that.
who I don't like, if there are people
know,
in my
I mean, like,
life who I don't like and they hate me because
I'm-
I like
I'm
men
not
too,
simp-
I can
I'm
easily
not
cut
simply
them out of my life. Or maybe with some difficulty.
little
But a
dudes come
kid
up
has
and, like, I
no
just
power.
naturally am like,
Okay?
little dudes.
No power in that respect.
I'm not
A kid is
simply like
forced
tacos or
to
pizza.
communicate and spend time with all of the people that is that lined up for them through the
Tacos,
procession
because
of
they're wait
their
no, but pizza
parental
can be
decisions
crunchy
and et
too.
cetera, et cetera.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that is they have to
What if
follow
we
that
had
line. They have
pizzas
very
and they
little
were
power
thin
to adjust
crust
it.
and we
Okay,
shaped them like
which is why they
tacos
need the
and then
greatest
we
amount of
put taco
support.
stuff in the
This is why
pizza?
people who say that pride
So
isn't for
it's taco
kids should
pizza and then there's
unironically
like
go fucking walk off, okay,
there's
into the
like a
woods of
corn
Nebraska and
shell
go
and
live
outside
prim
the
lifestyles
pizza?
where they can
Can we
never
have
again
both?
reach a computer and tell me what they
Is
think
that
pride should be, okay?
okay, chat?
You
I
are
don't know. I
so
don't know what came over
selfish,
me.
so fucking selfish when you, an adult, try to
We're still
tell
fighting for
everyone that
basic.
pride shouldn't be
Here, I'll
for
pause it.
kids because you want to do adult.
For somebody who hates moralizing, he sure does an awful lot of it. Anyway, like I said, I haven't really made up my mind about this issue, though, and I'm having trouble. Wait, that meant, oh, you meant to say like skimpy leather clothing. Okay. Oh, simply, not you said skimpy, and I read simply. Not being versed in queer culture doesn't make me bad. I don't know, but it's like the reason for that is that like I'm older than Vaush and deal with lots of hateful shit. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not going outside probably has a lot to do with it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean like that's based that's possible. I can relate. True, Vaush parents do bring some fucked up people around kids. Have people seen Vaush's tweets from June 2020? He was in favor of kink at Pride. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So we can have a Vaush versus Vaush as far as those tweets go. That's a violation. Something like a calzone. No, no. Okay, so it's like you have the pizza, but it's like a thin crust pizza and it's really crispy, okay? And then you have like the taco shell and you put like the beans, you put a scoop of beans and spread them into the taco shell and then like lettuce and like all the taco stuff and like guacamole, sour cream, whatever, right? And then you put the pizza like into the taco so that your taco, the contents of your taco is like a little bit of taco filling as the glue and then a pizza inside there. There's a little pizza like hitching a ride inside of the taco and it's delicious, chat. I would totally eat this. I'm just really hungry, chat. I'm just really hungry. It sounds so good. French tacos, pretty much like that. There's French tacos. I didn't know that. Only time I've ever seen an honest discussion of kink in public was in the context of watching someone drag someone else around by an obedience collar in public, because that rose to the point of someone basically doing a scene in front of everyone. I could see that being because they were doing because like some people in the kink community like they don't want to necessarily be in they don't want to be like they don't want to see every scene like there's some stuff that they still might get like triggered by in a bad way. It's pretty selfish to say no one can dress in a way that makes me uncomfy. No, 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 you got it right when you read it out loud. It was my typo. Oh, based Irene for once. Yeah, usually Irene fucks up pronouncing things. He actually goes over the female nipple thing in this video. Ah, I think keeping some people from people could harm the most marginalized. Yeah, keeping some people from Pride could harm some of the most marginalized people. Um, hey, in a hug, gay people have come out to their friends and family. Do you think that people who went to really what? What? Um, he's gone on to say today that wait, was this yesterday? He's fine with 99% of the prides, how 99% of prides are run. So I don't know what the problem is right now. Is he's not totally against kink being represented, but not in directly sexual ways. Basically, when people moralize, oh my god, when people moralize about kink at Pride, They don't sound. Oh my god. I can't read. I need to get Chatterino. I have Chatterino. I should use it. When people moralize about kink at Pride, they don't sound like they're actually talking about kink to me. They're talking about people they're uncomfortable with and need to say kink to point it out. Um, he's just being a fucking debate bro and getting people whipped up, methinks. Hey Lucifer. Yeah, what is he complaining about exactly? Now I am confused. Maybe, but he does seem really mad. Yeah, he was mad going into this. I almost want to watch the VOD and see what like set him off. I think maybe he's been arguing with Chat lately. I don't know what the deal is, but Chat and Vaush aren't like seeing eye to eye right now. Let's just say. Kink stuff is for clubs after Pride. Encouraging families with kids to feel welcome is an important part of normalizing LGBT people. Is a take I keep hearing people make, and I agree with it. This is people objecting to kink, which is in accordance with the dress code and laws being at Pride at all. Uh, like there's stuff for little kids, but the kink is there at all, which people object to. Vaush, the king of Pride, gets to decide what. Well, I mean, he's bisexual or pansexual. Um, gets to decide what Pride should be and how the public should react to it. That is, I mean, I do know what you mean though. I do know what you mean. There's like a certain, I don't know. Get yourself in trouble again, Irene. Like kinksters know more about what's legal in the area than people upset with kinksters do. Everyone at the in the LGBT plus community gets described as being not straight and not cis as kind of a kink and sexual fetish. Yeah, true. By some bigot or another. So when I hear someone talking about kink at Pride, it just feels like they're really just trying to find an acceptable way to say these people make me uncomfortable and I want them to go away. If we push back into clubs, then we're pushing every remotely subversive queer person back into the closet. Is another take I have heard I agree with. I feel centrist. Centrist sassy. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Um, but what's directly sexual and who gets to decide, oh yeah, these things are always in flux. That's what I was saying about the nipples thing. Like right now we're at a place where like you can see that the nipple thing isn't consistent, right? We literally have the social mores that my nipples are but you know, somebody else's like Vaush's nipples would be peachy keen, right? And that's a little weird. That's a little weird to say the least. Are oily dancing buff guys too sexual now? Yeah, I think could just be oily. They could just be oiled up bodybuilders. Like, what if they're just aesthetic as fuck? Maybe we change. Maybe we change what Pride is about depending on where you are. Like the red states might need a more tame Pride, while the big cities might be more okay with the wild Pride. Um, that's the way I feel. I feel like my dress could get labeled kink. I don't know, chat. Like like I said, I am like not like I've never been like comfortable enough to like publicly. What is the closest I've ever come to like publicly expressing or like being publicly sexual? I think I've been to clubs where like, you know, people were kind of like where things got like a little bit like, but I was always like really embarrassed by that. You know what I mean? If I was like dancing with somebody and you know what I mean? That was always like kind of embarrassing for me. So I never really got the thing of like, you know, enjoying like being seen in like that way. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's like will my collar be allowed? Yes, because it has a heart. And that means it's only for somebody, the only person that can collar me is somebody who truly loves me. And that's what I have to do. During this arc of No Comment Chick, I have to find true love and figure out what does true love mean for a hologram. Because if I don't, then the season ends with me turning into sea foam, and that's not very fun for anyone, right? So let's try to avoid that and help Irene find true love, right? And then we'll have some fun under the sea. Oh yeah, that was another issue. I guess there were parents that there were some states where going to Pride with your child has been used as grounds to take children away from their parents, right? Saying that the parents are irresponsible, that like, the kind of nature of the events make it risky, I guess, for I don't know how risky, but somewhat risky for parents to take their kids there. I am a hologram, but like I'm a special kind of VTuber because I'm like a hologram projected. And I think I could also be a Vocaloid too, but I really have to work on my singing. I have to work on my auto tune to be, but I'm gonna be working on that, chat. I'm gonna be trying to be an epic Vocaloid, just like my hero. That's probably how they silenced me. That's probably why I can't like express myself. I can't actually say what I need to say, chat. It's because I myself am digital, so it's not like anything in the. Oh my god, chat, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand. I still can't say what I need to say. You understand this, right? I'm not being allowed to speak my mind. And I'm trying to find new ways to break through those barriers. You'll see. You'll see. Watch the YouTube actually. And there'll be more on that coming up. It's just that like I think I have to find new ways to express myself even in silence. So it's like, but the little dudes come. Oh my god, thank you, like, Hixel. Naturally, I'm like little dudes. Thank you so much for the follow, Meow. Let's just say that there's some things that marginalized voices aren't allowed to aren't allowed to express in our society, and that they got punished for speaking some truths that we aren't allowed to speak, right? And I'm trying to find new ways to speak those. I'm trying to get around the silencing that's been done to me. Long story. Yeah, it's a very long story. Was it a dark power? I don't know. Do you think I'm like, do you believe the like stories of the dark powers of NCC? That I'm some kind of like evil like hyper witch from the nth dimension or something? Do you believe that? Yeah, NCC is the one who has evil powers, not me. I always get confused with her because we look really similar, but NCC is a different person, and all that stuff that NCC did that was bad, I didn't do any of that stuff because I'm good. I'm nocommentchick, not NCC. Just so you. NCC's a different person, okay? She can fight her own battles, chat. She can fight her own battles. Chat, do you know what an ARG is? Do you know what an ARG is? What if I told you you were playing one right now? Yeah, I can't give you like a tutorial, but like if you pay attention, you're gonna see some cool stuff. You're gonna find some Easter eggs. So just follow those breadcrumbs. Yeah, there we go. Let's get back to Vaush.
Shit at Pride. You are so fucking self-obsessed. It makes me disgusted to be a part of this community to see takes like that taken seriously.
Oh my god.
Dude, Pride historically has been about throwing bricks at cop cars. First of all, fuck you, LARPer. You weren't doing shit like that. Second of all, if you really care about throwing bricks at cop cars, you shouldn't need Pride as an excuse, all right? You can throw it at any time. Not that I'm endorsing that, Twitch. Thank you very much. But don't pretend like Pride was like the one avenue of social unrest that you had the opportunity to participate in, okay? Because it's not. And it never has been, all right? What you're doing is you're LARPing. You're sacrificing the accessibility to kids in favor of some weird...
I mean, maybe they're LARPing and maybe you're gentrifying, like, pride. I don't know. I can't tell.
Aesthetic that, and I'm going to take a hot take here, betting most of the people who are bitching about this on social media have never actually been to a pride event. Pretty confident in that.
Well, I'm not bitching, so I'm okay.
Pretty fucking confident in that. I'd bet that hard, okay? Absolutely I would. All right? Now, most pride events are presentable and, like, accessible
Oh,
to kids.
presentable. Okay, we gotta look presentable. I'm sorry, did we? I'm sorry. Here, let me take my bondage gear off here. I gotta be presentable, chat. Are we going to a wedding or are we going to Pride? What are we doing?
It's the one in Humboldt, the one that I went to most recently, also is, okay? It was literally just like a big fairground type thing, you know? And there were like booths over here and there, like make a tie-dye shirt, you know? Go buy this bar of soap made from a local vendor, you know? Here, you can buy some flags. I think the most suggestive thing I remember is that somebody
There will be
molded
weddings at
lollipops
Pride.
into like big dicks or something. But like the broader, I mean, it was just fun. It's just funny. Okay, whatever. But
People looking nice and
broader
presentable
atmosphere,
is my
I think, was
kink. Ah!
broadly
You
presentable.
found the paradox,
And, you
Firth.
know,
You found the
you know,
paradox.
if you're a parent, you let your kid buy the popsicle dick. That's on you. I mean, whatever.
By the
But
popsicle. Oh,
generally
there's a
speaking, it
popsicle
felt
dick at
like
Pride.
things were kept.
See,
like,
I've never
fairly
been. I wouldn't
accessible to
know.
everyone, okay. You can argue like the edge cases on that or whatever, but fine. So the problem is, okay, that there are some pride events
Where the fuck did my phone go?
where there are displays
there
of
it
what
is.
I would consider very
Oh my
obviously
God.
sexual behavior in ways that are not like shuttled off to some little booth in the far back that you have to look for specifically, but are like made a core element of the presentation. And this is where it really gets me, okay? This really, really bugs me because there are so many bad faith comparisons that I see online. So I think pride should be appropriate to children, okay? I think that you should be like, if you're like a gay parent, if you're like 35, and you got like a 9-year-old kid, you should be able to go there. And not only should you be able to go there, you should be able to invite like your kids' friends,
You're looking
parents
very presentable in
there. Like you should be, hey, like
in
my
your bow
kid,
tie
your
wedding
kid want to
dress
hang out.
choker
Maybe they could
with a heart
they
on
could
it.
go
Yes.
this and we could like hang out or something, like that kind of thing. You know, like that's how presentable I want it to be. And a lot of places are that presentable. I don't want to give the impression that all pride events are like these degeneracy havens that, and like I'm complaining against that. I'm mostly complaining against the
He
people on
finally
social
deleted
media
his old
who think that
tweet.
pride should be some sort
He
of
literally said in it,
nightclub spillover fuckfest who do not give a shit about the kids. But there's a group even worse than them.
Wait, what was
There's the
that
group of
tweet
people
from?
who say, no, pride should be for kids.
Oh,
And we should have
yeah, I
sexual
know the
activity
tweet.
at pride. And that's where all the pedo accusations come in. Okay? Now, let's address these arguments real quick. Okay? Now, this mostly gets hung up on what constitutes sexual activity. And people come out with the arguments, you know? If
oh
you
my
go to
God,
the
I
beach,
totally
you see
can't
people in
read. You're
boxers,
right, it
you
does
see
say boy
people in
wife.
bikinis. Is this sexual activity? To which I
Bow
would
tie.
say
How
no.
did I get bow tie from
Culturally
that?
and contextually,
That doesn't even look like bow
beaches are
tie.
places where people wear that type of clothing. I don't think anybody thinks of that as sexual activity. I don't think anyone thinks of that as inappropriate. Additionally, beaches tend to be spread out. They tend to be a lot of distance between the people who attend them. And additionally, beaches aren't presentative. There isn't a central aesthetic focus to a beach.
Has he been talking to CTV?
For the beach, you know?
I just mean like his
so
cadence
for those reasons,
is reminding
like,
me of CTV's.
I don't think this is necessarily a clean comparison, all right? Now, if you're wearing
Probably
like
just my
leather
imagination.
gimp gear or some sort of
Probably
BDSM
just my
dog hood on a leash
imagination,
or some
right?
shit, I think this is sexual. Now, a lot of people, they've said, oh, this isn't sexual. How is this sexual? You can go to Victoria's Secret and see people in a bikini on the advertisement, which, first of all, okay, having an
Who is
advertisement
CTV?
with like
That's a
soft
base
core
take.
nudity is nowhere
Not
near
knowing
the
who
same as a
CTV
gigantic
is,
fucking block party with
based.
men in leather thongs dancing around. Okay, I can't. This is not the same thing. Okay, all right. This is not even remotely comparable for so many reasons that are so obvious that I worry the people making these takes legitimately have never been outside. So to them, a picture on a billboard and a person in real life, they carry the same weight in their head. Like their minds have melted until they don't understand the difference between bringing a kid to a shopping mall and walking by a Victoria's Secret and bringing a kid to Pride and seeing a bunch of dudes in leather fucking gimp suits being led around by a leash. The idea to me that there are people in in actual
You literally don't know who
earnest faith,
CTV
making the
is. Oh my
comparison
god,
between
okay.
those two things is unfathomable to me. This sounds like a trad take, not gonna lie.
Okay, so CTV stands for Critically Thinking Veteran. Critically Thinking Veteran is, was like a conservative Twitch streamer with no audience. Now he has an audience because he's been on a bunch of panels and like he's like one of the conservatives that you can count on not to say the N-word, right? But he's still kind of a chud, and he's famous for his chud takes. His most famous take, comparing trans people to the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and emphasizing that those actually were not dinosaurs, but rather genetic mutants created by the combination of dinosaur DNA frozen in amber for thousands of years and frog DNA. And as such, were more like mutants. And if you remember, the like slogan of Jurassic Park is something like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right? So that's his take on trans people, by the way. The dinosaur thing. Sees us as freaks of nature, mutants, and abominations. But don't worry, he's a totally okay dude or something. He's just a little conservative. That's all. Don't worry. But yeah, that's who CGB is. I tried it to CTV chance once. I watched him in his own element. Vaush rad.
Mods, you can just ban everyone who says shit like that. None of these people belong in my community, okay?
Oh my god.
Now, additionally, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, just purge, okay?
Has he been hanging out with NCC? That sounds like oh my god, no Nothing TV's in there too. Wait, are they oh my god.
Just remove, okay? These people, they don't have arguments, by the way. They just want to be able to wave their
Are they getting banned? Are they getting banned?
I'll say it. I think you're fucking weird, okay? So the idea that these things are comparable, okay, is absolutely ridiculous to me. Additionally,
the only
a lot of the people, they'll make these arguments.
You know,
have you heard this
streamer
argument
I've seen
while
so far
participating
is
in the discourse online?
No Nothing.
You know, see, you're so prudish and American, you know. Seeing a person in like tight leather thong, or seeing a person naked even.
I love it when Vaush imitates other lefties.
We should destigmatize.
He's got the soy voice.
Sexuality.
We're gonna do the soy voice, Vaush. Are we gonna do the soy voice? Are we gonna do the soy voice?
The argument they're making here is that it should
everyone
be okay
who
to flash
disagrees with
children
me
in
is the
subway
soy
train stations.
face.
Is that the argument they're making? Like you're like walking with your kid like in the New York subway and someone flashes their dick at you and like the kid's like and somebody else like and you're like no. The
I don't understand the scenario that Vaush is describing.
Sexual,
I do not understand.
There are contexts in which it's inappropriate
the
to
subway
engage in
and
public.
there's a
like for example,
like
all of society, you fucking idiots. Jesus Christ, do we really have to argue back to this
We
point?
live in a society.
One of the core
we live in a
things
society.
that I learned
What?
when I got
What?
my fucking kinky rocks on or whatever in college was public play is irresponsible unless done in a controlled setting because people around you haven't
At
consented to being a party to your to your sexual activity. This is like 101 stuff. The fact to me that people are backing off this position, like, oh yeah, sure. It's a violation of others' consent to involve them in sexual activity in public, unless it's at Pride,
Neko,
in which case
is
it's
this a take
totally
meister?
okay. What?
This is a take meister.
Are you fucking joking? Are
He's
you
making
kidding
this
me right
whole
now?
thing where
Unless
he
you
acts
do
like
this
he's
wrap
super
around
against
and
chat.
You're like, well,
and
actually,
at the end,
it's not
he'll
sexual
say,
at all, the
you know,
suits and the
he'll
dog
only
masks,
say
which
just
I say,
basically
fuck
like,
off, man,
don't,
come on.
you know, do sex acts in public,
Guys,
which is like kind
I'm
of already
right now,
what's.
I'm arguing past the boundary
And
that I need
he already
to.
said,
There's
didn't
only
he say
one
something
point
like
I actually need to
99%
make,
of
okay? You know
prides
what it
he
is?
thinks are already
People
complying
are
with what he thinks is
around
appropriate?
people wearing gimp suits and dog masks. That's it. People should be comfortable going to Pride. That's it. You don't have to like.
It's fine to be gay, just don't rub it in my face. Yeah,
Allowed to defer from this position are insane to me. I'm actually asking because
Last
I
I checked,
just
people
want to
don't
ban all the people
generally
who give the wrong answer on this. Okay,
engage
would you
in
be okay
sexual
with a bill
congress
saying that
in
for like
public
sex
view?
ed given to your kids, that rather than being
Is this
like,
a
read
moral
out from a book,
panic?
that the
Is that
teacher
what's
gets
going on?
naked and like shows
Do you
on
think
their
this is
body,
a moral
would you be
panic
okay with that?
that we're
Is that okay? Because nudity
like
isn't sexual,
within
right?
the
It's like
queer
totally
community?
fine, right?
We're experiencing
Okay, we're looking
our first
any
moral
yesers
panic.
in chat want to get yeah, yeah.
Flanders
Because
was evil.
this seems like the natural logical progression from what I'm seeing online. Like
Tankmeister
nudity and
confirmed.
sexuality need to be destigmatized. Look, dog. Okay,
dude.
nudity is not inherently sexual.
Vaush plays,
but inherently isn't what we're talking about.
Vaush
we're talking
plays
about the culture that we
left
live in.
tube
Okay?
like a heart from
you know
hell.
What else isn't
okay,
inherently offensive? Flipping people off, calling them the N-word.
He doesn't
It's just
even
a
disagree
collection
that
of
much. He
vibrations through
just
the
made this thing out of.
soundscape, okay?
I
That's
thought
not
I was the
inherently
drama
harmful.
channel. I
Saying
thought I was the
slurs
drama.
isn't inherently harmful.
This is,
It's only contextually
here.
harmful.
This is fucking
well,
Martin
we
Bailey
live
shit.
in a society.
This is weak sauce,
Guys. Okay? We live in a society. So this inherently this or that is a completely invalid argument when we're talking about the potential.
Did he
to
really
harm
Martin
people,
Bailey
okay?
this shit?
Inherently, anytime
I
a person
hate how
says
well that
something is
works.
inherently
I
this or that,
fucking
it
hate
almost
how well that
naturally
works.
invalidates their argument because we almost never talking about
Have
things
I
which are
ever take-meistered?
anything.
Chat,
Okay?
can anybody think of an
So I
example
feel like
of
I've
no comment chick
dispensed with most of the bad
take-meistering?
faith arguments here, and a lot of the people here
I
have
might
been
have
banned. But I just want
accidentally
to
done a
say,
take-meister at
people
some
who are
point where I
arguing
changed my
it's not
mind or
inherently
something, but
sexual to be led around by a leash
I know I
and a dog
haven't
mask.
purposely
I
ever
don't give a fuck.
take-meistered.
It's considered sexual. Everyone considers it sexual. Everyone does. You're the only lunatic who doesn't. Okay?
You've legitimately
you could
heard
take
some people
photos of a
say
person
that
being
kids
led around in
shouldn't be
public in
going
a
to
dog mask
Pride.
with a leash and show them to 1,000 people, and I guarantee you the overwhelming majority of those people are going to say it's sexual. And given
Oh,
that
I mean,
whether or
I
not
have
something
seen
is
sex in
sexual is a
movies,
social
movies
construct,
shown in
I
public,
defer to the wisdom of the
movies
masses
in movie
on this particular
theaters.
subject.
I don't feel like I was
What
violated.
about topless women in public? Well, that's an interesting question right there. Okay, do women go topless in
Wait,
public
okay,
in states
well,
where
okay,
they're allowed to?
Dithron.
The answer is no.
Okay,
New
that's
York
an
City,
interesting
they're allowed
thing.
to,
Okay,
aren't they?
ace people, like, right? I mean, it's possible that, like, allowing more of a space that is proscriptively non-sexual might make the events more accessible to ace people, too? I don't know. The conversation happens, the same way every time. Someone who's got a bit of conservative attitude, like Vaush does here, gets a bee in their bonnet about the idea that some people look different in the context of Pride.
Don't. Do you know why? It's because there are cultural and social repercussions to going topless in public. Now, maybe in the far future, like 1 billion years from now, or whatever, maybe then all humans are enlightened and we're all levitating with our brain power and we're all naked and nobody cares because nobody considers it sexual. People only wear clothing to protect us from the harsh solar radiation when we travel into space and fly off to our interstellar fucking colonies, okay? Maybe then, all right? But the problem is, people aren't living in that zone right now. And the arguments for nudity not being inherently sexual are not going to ring particularly well when I fucking climb up on a ladder to your second-story bathroom or bedroom window and start jerking off in front of it, okay? You're not going to appreciate my extremely woke arguments on whether or not nudity is inherently sexual then, are you? Okay? No, you're not. Because all of you live in a society too, and the only reason you're taking this fucking devil's advocate position is because you like the idea of being horny at Pride. Okay? Jerking off in
I
public
definitely
is
do
already
not
against
like
law.
the idea of
What
being
an
horny at
incredible
Pride.
homophobic element of discrimination. Am I right, guys? Look,
From the
guys,
biggest controversy
you guys ready?
in the Janet Jackson
Here's what you
saga
can do.
was the Justin
The main Pride
Timberlake
event
didn't
should be
pinch it.
accessible to everyone. Did you know that there's never just one Pride event in any city ever? Did you know that there are billions of block parties and after parties, clubs hosting special events, fucking private venues hosting shows, and all that shit afterwards?
Yeah, but Vaush,
everywhere in
when you're
every
when
city
you're actually
in America
canceled,
that
you
has
don't get
more than
invited to
10,000
those. No
people in its
NCC at any
population?
Pride parties.
Did you know Pride parades aren't the be-all, end-all of public
Chat,
queer
am I
advocacy and
banned from Pride
expression?
parties?
Did you know that? Are you aware that if you really want to wear a dog mask in front of people, you can go to any of the dozens of available spaces designed to cater to
Vaush
horny
is,
adults? You can do that
pansexual.
anywhere. Just, can we let Pride be like an event where people can just like go and it's not this
Clearly,
crazy fucking
Vaush
controversy?
has
optics
never been
nightmare
to a
97
nude
fucking
beach, and I
percent of
have.
the time?
Jerking off is
Can you
not allowed
clarify
there.
if people in
Sex
a leather
is
vest sexual or
allowed.
not? Guys,
Is not allowed at
I don't know
nude
why
beaches.
when I say leather gimp suit, people hear this. Hold on. Gay leather. Let me show you what's not inappropriate at Pride. I don't know why this is controversial.
We moved it from kink gear to jerking off in front of somebody's window.
Why do people keep pretending
that
when
I
say leather gimp suit, I mean dudes like this?
Oh,
okay?
yeah, in my band
yes,
or is
I know about
NCC? Maybe I could get it as no comment
dressed
check.
up more than I am at Pride.
Maybe they only know like NCC bad.
Okay, they're wearing more than I am.
No, I'm no comment check.
Now this, admittedly, I mean this looks pretty warm. I don't know what the temperature is.
NCC is Luna
Oi. But when I'm saying leather gimp suits, I am not referring to people wearing normal clothing, which admittedly looks a little bit like Nazi clothes, but that's just kind of the... It's a whole cultural thing, okay? But like, look at look.
If Vaush doesn't like a dog mask, I wonder what he thinks about cosplay at Comic-Con.
Especially, this guy's wearing an armband. A blue armband? Is this...
If Vaush doesn't... Despite my Twitter, I'm happy with just my girlfriend.
Ignoring the potential political implications,
I don't want to
nobody's referring to this when they talk about like leather shit being inappropriate. Now there are a lot of photos open on my Google Images on my other monitor, which are
the leather daddies are okay according to Vaush.
But also like, here I can show this. Also, if you're like wearing an open jacket, dogs, you can wear an open jacket like anywhere in America. This is fine. You can wear this anywhere, like anywhere at all. Okay.
Normal. There we have it. Don't bring Luna into this. She's has enough to deal with.
They actually are complaining about that, though. I strongly disagree.
I heard that she's like
discourse that I've seen
a very
online,
spicy lady.
Are mostly using that dog fetish leash thing as an example of inappropriate behavior, and then people acting in bad faith are like, "You have a problem with leather? Okay." And then they post a picture of like a gay guy completely dressed in leather. I think that is fetish wear, though.
So I can wear,
but you know what else is fetish wear?
Pick up,
leggings. But you can wear leggings in public. Just because there's an article of clothing associated with kink or fetish.
How long until he pulls up a picture of a guy in leather bikini and says it's totally unacceptable?
Is inappropriate.
Luna is spicy. That is true. Okay? Yeah, I've seen Luna be spicy. I loved how she debated Destiny. I thought she won. I thought she got the better of Destiny.
Very solid, very specific,
other people disagree with me.
Very definite line where this is acceptable and this is unacceptable. Because you know what? We don't have that anywhere.
Luna also has cat ears.
Anywhere. We can't even agree what acceptable clothing is for high schoolers.
Shirtless leather vest is cool, but maybe not assless chaps.
There is no way to determine with perfect accuracy what an acceptable line is. I'm only making the argument that you shouldn't engage in sexual behavior around children.
I don't know about this, Vaush.
Kink, BDSM, pet play, dom shit is sexual behavior that you shouldn't engage in around children.
I wear them to hide my unshaven legs and surgical scars. Mew.
Those are the arguments that I am making. Okay? If you want to wear a spiked collar or like cat ears or some shit, those are associated with kink. You can wear them anyway. You can wear that shit to fucking school these days. Probably. I don't know. The kids are crazy these days. People care less and less about this stuff.
You can wear those on stream these days.
Years, maybe the line moves on this. Okay? And
I love how he's like willing to like, yeah, we could just like have really slow progress. What's wrong with that?
Okay, when the teleportation and levitation shit's finally starting to kick in, maybe everyone just wears thongs and pasties in the future.
Emotional priming. Maybe. He got pissed off by somebody in his chat pissed him off.
That's just the uniform in the future, okay?
I almost want to watch this VOD to see what,
I don't know what's going to be going on down there.
What preceded this rant.
Are culturally determined, and they're variable, and they're arbitrary, and they differ from culture to culture. I'd be okay with pride parades in Europe.
So he wants to change pride so that there's like
with nudity,
definite like kid-friendly spaces.
For the same reason that I think it's okay to do some things in some countries, but not other things in other countries. The broader utilitarian concern.
I think sharing the space makes some sense, right?
Of the country you live in. And if you
there should be a place for
that,
like
then my follow-up
people
question
to push the envelope, and there should be a place for
how would you feel about going to Saudi Arabia as long as you were given some kind of diplomatic immunity and holding a pride parade over there using the same kind of clothing and attitudes that you do over here in the States?
I don't know, chat.
You fucking
I almost feel like I shouldn't have a take on this.
No, you would not. Absolutely, you would not. None of you are stupid enough to try. Because the cultural inclinations of a society matter when deciding how to behave.
Like, I feel like my mindset is, like, too cis to, like...
Does that make sense? Are we all on board now? Anyone... I just want to point out, by the way, that, like, basically all pride or queer-oriented events that aren't the main pride event every year are already catering to adult interests. So the people who are saying we should be able to be super
He wants to
fucking
have his
horny in
cake and eat
public
it too.
are saying not only do we
Pokemon
deserve
stream.
all of this territory and
Sorry,
all of
Americans will
this
have to wait
territory and
another
all
50
the
years
clubs
until
and
you
all
can
the
express
events and all
yourself.
the bars and all the private parties, we also deserve the main Pride event, which they're free to go to, by the way. Just wear clothes. That's what they're saying, and I find their arguments unconvincing and their behavior incredibly selfish.
I would
Not
go
to
to
mention
Pride
the
in
optics
Saudi
stuff. I haven't
Arabia
even
if I
talked
could expect the
optics, okay?
government to
But
protect
yeah,
me from
Pride
violence.
is basically the most forward-facing,
Pride,
like, optically
but also shame.
available, like, queer event in America. And every year we get the same discourse. Wouldn't it be easier to just, like, saddle the controversy a little bit, considering how often gay people are accused of being fucking pedos? Because I'm going to be real with you guys. I really do think that the people who want to be kinky
I feel like when
Pride
you're
just
making
just get
decisions
off on
based
being
on like
transgressive.
the
Okay?
irresponsible
I do
bullshit
believe
that
I don't think they
homophobes call
sincerely
you,
believe that
you're
they're
gonna
doing
make
some
some
sort of crazy
mistakes.
like civil rights fight.
You're
I
gonna
just
have
think
some
it
bad
gets their
takes.
dick hard to be super transgressive in public. Which, hey, by the way, you
Ooh,
don't have to be
nice.
gay
Gen
for
1
that to be the
through
case. Okay,
3.
straight people also get off on being transgressive in public. That doesn't make it good, and that doesn't make it a civil rights struggle. Okay. All right, I think we did it.
You know what? It does make it.
But you're
Wait,
literally
wait, wait.
calling
You're
out the
wrong,
idea of
Vosh.
the
Okay,
pedos?
whoa. Hey,
No, I'm saying
hey,
the idea that
hey,
people
hey,
adamantly
hey,
fight.
Vosh. No, 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 no. You're wrong. Like, it is. Okay, it's not exactly civil rights, Vosh, but it is, like, a real thing there, right? And this is something you should appreciate, okay? The reason that sexual expression is accepted to the extent that it is because people have fought for that in the past, right? So there is like a real like this it's a struggle. It's not maybe an identity based struggle, but in another way it's a struggle for all of us. Like sexual liberation is like a huge struggle. Like okay, so let me just put this in perspective, chat. From what I understand, my maybe grandmother and people from that time would have had a conception of masturbation that it was weird, that it was a strange, abnormal behavior, right? And if you look even further back, you can find books from like the 1900s that describe masturbation as the cause of disease and dysfunction, right? There'd be these books that would show like a picture of a dude, like, and he'd like a young dude, and he's looking fine, he's looking healthy and everything like that, and like after 6 months of masturbation, and he's got all these pimples on his face, and he's like his hair's falling out, like somehow he's just like falling apart, right? They really thought that like this, like that it was like like it really was treated as like a kind of not the universal act that it is. Like chat, we all kind of know, with some exceptions, right? That most people masturbate, right? Like that's common knowledge now. That didn't used to be common knowledge, and it wouldn't be common knowledge unless we all feel comfortable enough to say, yeah, I masturbate sometimes, right? That's not a spicy take now. In the 60s? No, in the 60s, I think the late 60s, you could probably get away with it, but you know what I mean? Like that was the sexual revolution, right? And so this stuff does have really big consequences, and a lot of the queer liberation that we're looking for like has its roots in sexual liberation. The hairy palmed oh yeah, if someone masturbated with a penis, then they would their palms would become hairy, like was told to discourage. And graham crackers were originally invented because it was thought that eating them made women less horny. What is that? That like boring food is gonna make you not masturbate? I mean, I guess like if I wanted to make a food to discourage masturbation, it would be like Ben and Jerry's. It'd be like thick, rich ice cream that you just eat it and you're like, oh, I'm too fucking tired to masturbate. That would be my anti-masturbation secret. Graham cracker s'mores get me all hot and bothered. Oh god, yeah, s'mores are good. Yeah. Oh my god, Vosh, you set Twitter on fire today with your take
The right to
meister.
be sexual in front of children
With your
are
wild
pretty
take
suspicious in
meister.
that regard, okay? And I think the vast majority of IRL fucking queer people would consider the online position.
IRL queer people. Some people are just queer on Twitter, apparently. I don't know.
positions I've seen people take insane, by the way. Just from the queer people I've met in real life, I can say this very confidently, that if I talk to them about this would be a no-brainer for them. Yeah, Pride should be available for kids. Yeah, we probably shouldn't do any crazy sex stuff at Pride. Yeah, obviously. But then I go online and a bunch of fucking bread tubers who have probably never
Oh,
been through
that's
Pride in
funny.
their fucking life are dying on this
Wait,
hill. I'm
now
sorry, I shouldn't
he's
be mean.
like bread to like it's
But like, God, come on.
I'm used to people criticizing Vaush
All right, are we good?
being the ones who talk shit about bread tubers, not Vaush
do it?
himself.
Are we here? Are we
Are
free?
we here? Are we okay? Okay.
Is this appropriate clothing at Pride? I don't know.
Oh my God,
You know,
Hexenhammer.
I get the aesthetic that he's trying for here, but yeah, I don't know, man.
It's
It
like a
just
Jim
feels
Morrison
a little
thing.
inappropriate.
I guess. Is he doing a Jim Morrison thing, chat?
Disagree with your take on Pride. Hey, listen, okay? If you want to
Good
say
meme.
you don't want to get called a pedo on Twitter, I'm the last person to ask, okay?
He's
Because
insulting bread. Oh, that's true. He's insulting bread tubers when he is one, and most of the people he's arguing with are small Twitter
I was
users.
born in the Discourse, okay?
You know who I argue with?
I don't think the people who are taking the opposite
Redditors.
position on this are pedos. Well,
Redditors.
actually, I'm sure some of them are, but I don't think most of them are.
There's some assholes on Twitter too,
Big
but
Joel
mostly
got
they just
dogpiled
like
for disagreeing with you.
things
Big
without
Joel's
really
getting
understanding
thousands of likes on
things.
their tweet. If that's
But
dog
Redditors are fucking toxic.
Oh man, we'll see.
Redditors are the worst. Yes.
God, protein
Chat,
bars
are you
so
are
good.
you pilled on this?
Fuck me, dude. God. Ugh. 500. Wait, did it really get 550 quote retweets? Oh, that's more than I thought. Oh, damn. All right, maybe a little bit of dogpiling. All right. Well, we'll talk about it. You already need to call people pedos for disagreeing, though.
Very pilled on Redditors.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I do think
When did
it's
Reddit
really
become so,
suspicious that
like,
people are
I hate to say it, but
fervently
why is
and angrily
Reddit so fucking
defending their right
male?
to wear gimp gear
Have you
for
noticed
children.
that?
I'm really sorry.
Like, I'm on YouTube chat,
look,
and
maybe that
YouTube's
doesn't,
pretty
like,
male.
inherently 100%
But
make them
holy
a
shit,
pedophile
is
or
Reddit
whatever, but
male.
holy shit, dude. That's like, God, it's really weird.
You can feel it. You can like.
Yeah, it's suboptimal.
All public forums are sewers.
Jeez.
Has always been.
Protein bars are just
yeah,
candy
you're
bars
probably
marketed
right.
to
You're
adults.
probably.
Well,
I
they got a
probably
lot of
just don't
sugar,
know.
But they got protein too. So
I probably just don't know.
that's nice. Can I say that while I disagree,
His
while I
main
agree
for
with you on fetish, I
mansplainers,
disagree with
yeah.
show on drag.
I don't
Drag
hate
isn't
guys. Just so
inherently
everybody knows,
sexual.
I'm not somebody that goes around
You guys ever been to a
like
drag show?
saying
A
that
lot of them
white
dress
straight
more
men are the
conservatively
Dio
than, like,
Brandos of oppression.
Rihanna or
Okay, I know
Beyonce
that's
or
not
something.
like
Drag isn't inherently when you say
it's not
drag,
like
you're like
essentializing
referring to an
any
incredibly
group
wide
is
range
gonna lead
of,
you,
like potential
you know,
appearances.
to
BDSM
posting
isn't inherently
cringe.
sexual. See, now you've gone and you've taken my take and you've made it stupid.
I just
on
feel
me.
like in
Yes,
places
BDSM
where
is
it's like,
inherently sexual.
you
I
know,
don't understand
I don't
you
know.
people. I think the reason why people do this is because they want to believe their sexual proclivities are something more than
Get
that.
relationship
sorry,
advice
I'm
on
coming down
Reddit.
hard.
Your
If you
relationship
like
is
the leather, if
screwed.
you
Oh my
like
god,
the
I would
BDSM,
never. I've
it's
never even
just
thought about
a
doing
kink.
that.
Get over yourself, okay?
Their cars
It's
at
not
the
some
best. Oh my god, I love the
discriminating
JoJo.
demographic. It's not
I love
something.
the
I see
JoJo.
this shit from like
I'm so
poly
here for the
people
JoJo.
sometimes too. They act like it's some sort of. Well, I agree that there are ways in which monogamous people are preferred by the state, but like they act like it's some sort of like core like axis of discrimination. Or like kink people, like it's not. It's a fetish. It gets your dick hard. Just chill, but that's fine. If it gets your dick hard, it's fine.
I think kink is more
Like,
than just.
why does it have to be? Why does it have to be more than that?
It is though.
Like that, I'm not saying that
Wait,
makes
I don't
it
even do
bad.
that much
I'm not,
kink,
like,
and I know
this isn't
that.
an insult. Just stop pretending
Like
that
kink
BDSM
is like a
isn't sexual.
psychological process or something. It's actually
If you
kind
listen
of
to literally anyone in the kink community, it's
healing,
more just a
I
sex thing.
guess.
I don't give a
for
fuck.
lack of a better term.
Damn, I'm sure if I listened to everyone in like the pedo community, I'd get some really hot takes too. I don't care. It still is. Fuck you.
Well, I mean, it can't. There's a sexual aspect to it, but it's
Like,
not. It's
seriously?
beyond sexual. Is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like to say that kink is sexual, you're denying a lot of
Kinky can make it so you lose healthcare. I'm gonna turn into
a
the
lot of what
Joker.
it can be,
I
because it can be
actually
so
can't
much more
believe
than
it.
just sexual.
Guys, if we will ban kinksters. I will ban all of you from my community. I do not care. You people are insane.
And I'm pretty fucking vanilla,
Stop.
chat. I don't get to up
It's a kink.
like
It
the
exists to
kinkiest
make
I
you
get is
hard.
like getting
Stop.
spanked or
Okay?
something. You know what I
Please
mean?
stop.
I'm not even
Nobody
that
cares.
like I don't even
You
know
people are
kink. Like I don't
insanely
even do kink.
self-obsessed.
Like
You're like the type of
in
person
the
who
proper
ruined
sense, but
humble
I do
pride.
sort of know what
You're so
headspace is
fucking
about. I
wrapped up in
do
the idea that there's
I
more to your
understand the
identity
concept of
than
a
like what
scene,
gets your dick
and
hard.
you
Dude,
know what I
there's nothing
mean.
wrong with shit that just
It's
gets
like
your
that's
dick hard,
a
okay? Why can't you be like a hentai fan? The Chad hentai fan. Why do they like
there's like
gigacocked Funinaris with giant
there's like
milking
a
balls? Why? Because it gets their dick hard. If you ask a hentai fan, hey, why are
I
you
feel like
wearing
there's
a
something more
Hagow
than
shirt?
just
They're not going to
sex
tell
going
you,
on
oh, this is
in
just
a lot
part
of
of my
kink.
identity. I was discriminated against. I
This
went on
whole
the train, they
frame
all
seems
laughed at me.
to could be
No, they're
summed
going to
up.
say, I
Kink
like
is
it because the
adjacent,
sex face makes my dick go
no
boing.
kink sessions in
Well,
public.
and that's the right answer. You guys are being outdone by hentai fans right now. This is truly shameful.
Cars
and
never
I'm
died.
disgusted by
That's
all of
true.
you.
That's true.
Okay?
A seed?
God, you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for fucking cuckold
Comparing
fetishists
consensual
to start
kink to
pretending they're a
pedos is
discriminated
problematic.
demographic as well. Oh, the social
Like, and the fact
discrimination
that
we
he's
suffer for
like
publicly
that,
posting
like
about our wives getting railed.
if you start saying
Oh,
we should
God.
do we should do this different
I
because
can't
we're
do
getting
it. I
called
can't do it.
pedos by
We
right
haven't even started
wingers,
with the segment
then
yet,
those
by the
right
way.
wingers have
We haven't
gotten
even
into your
gotten
head.
there. We'll get there.
Because they're literally calling you that like as a strategy. That is like the only, especially yeah no
Nobody is saying
don't
discriminated
think that
demographic.
you have to
Please
like
stop
you know
trying to turn
okay
me into
well
the
here's the
Joker.
deal we'll
Please,
be
I'm
really
begging you.
really
I'm begging you
bland
so,
and
so
non-sexual
hard.
and then people will
Please,
believe oh you
okay?
couldn't possibly
Why
be
can't
the
you accept
no
that
dude they're not
BDSM
gonna
and
fucking
kink
stop
shit
calling you
is like
pedo just
adult
because you're like
content? Is this really
become some kind of you know
this stuff like unironically makes
living
me
an
suspicious.
aesthetic
Like I don't know
lifestyle.
what else to say. Why this is so
I wonder
obvious.
what Vaush's
God,
kink
I have
is.
kinks too,
Hey
and I
Fogel,
recognize
good
that I'm
morning.
a degenerate and that it should be kept in private away from children. Why is this? Is this really hard? Like, this feels very straightforward to me.
I feel like part of Vaush still feels like
Yeah, I don't know.
like okay, so I sometimes joke around about being a degenerate too, but when
I'm
I
not
say
trying to
it, I'm
it
like
as an adult.
reclaiming that
You
word
can't
and
say
saying it's not a
BDSM
bad
fetish
thing.
gear is
I
adult,
don't
but it's not
get
sexual.
that
In the context of
from
the discussion we're
him,
having,
from
if
what he
something's
just said.
adult that makes
I
it
get that
sexual,
there's like
okay?
still like I don't
Look,
know. I
one or the other.
shouldn't guess,
That's
chat.
what
Like
we mean.
I'm
We're
just
substituting these words. What are your thoughts on
speculating.
Jack Saint's argument that leather
Let's
gear
not
isn't any worse than,
speculate.
say, a bikini or a skimpy Mardi Gras outfit? He made a lot of tweets on the subject. All right, we're just gonna do the segment.
Hello, fellow
All right.
degenerates.
Since that's all
I mean,
people
I
want to
say
talk
I'm
about
a
anyway. Okay.
as I tell you that like my harshest kink is my hardest kink is like getting like spanked or like
I want you all to understand that the fact that I'm
tied
being
up
forced
or
to discuss
something, you
this
know.
is genuinely
But the little
pathetic,
dudes
and I'm
come up
actually
and, like, I
disgusted
just
by the broader
naturally am like,
behavior of the
little
left-leaning
dudes.
community. Not because all of you are pedophiles, but because none of you are stupid enough to understand the arguments that I'm making. First, let me explain what pride is to anybody who hasn't actually been, okay? Historically, pride has been a lot of things. It's
Ultimate
generally
Cars-
been like a parade, a march, sometimes a protest or a riot. There are a lot of directions that pride can take. Wait, did I say?
Wait, are you reading the wiki? As nothing, not that there's anything wrong with that. I read the wiki too because I'm a bimbo. But Ultimate Cars, I usually don't scold people from the wiki. Ultimate Cars gained immortality, so the only way to defeat him was throwing him into space and freezing him and sealing him. Oh, like that chick from Final Fantasy VIII. What's her fuck? They had to seal her away in the moon, right? There are a few stands that might be able to defeat him by reversing time and undoing his immortality, like Heaven Ascension. Dio could use Overwrite Reality to remove Cars' immortality quite easily. I love how in the year of our Lord 2020, spanking is vanilla. Yeah, I'm super vanilla. I'm super vanilla, Chad. I'm so, like, I only... Vaush, king of pride and decider of what it is. Wait, what word was the thing you got banned? Yeah, I actually can't tell what that name is, meaning... But I bet if I pronounced that I would be saying something that's like yikes or something. Spanking is pretty vanilla. That's true. Yeah. It depends on the level of impact. Oh, that's true.
They smart enough, stupid enough? No. We're going 40 IQ on this one, okay?
Oh
You're
no.
trying to
Okay, so
overthink
here,
it right
yeah,
now.
this is.
We're going down to grug mode, okay? Because this is some intuitive shit. I hate to appeal to anti-intellectualism here, but the fact that there are people trying to fucking logic their way out of you shouldn't be sexual around kids is really weird to me. So let's just.
Okay, so we watched that, and then here's the after part.
They can Pepe La D if they want.
Pepe La D. What
If
are
you
you?
do the
Oh my
thing where you
god, I'm
define your
muted.
beliefs
Okay.
by the opposition,
I thought
from
those
most
were
people
bans for a
online,
second.
You're gonna run down bad positions no matter what. Didn't Demon Mama say she disagreed with your position? Yep. You know, I was thinking yesterday would be a relatively uncontroversial stream because I didn't realize that saying we shouldn't be sexual in front of children would be like a hot take in the queer community. But
Oh, so there was more yesterday then. You need to see the Demon Mama take.
But you know,
Is normal sex stuff like baby
Vaush,
making?
we should push boundaries that sometimes make people
And over the last couple of days, a ancient discourse has started up. Okay? An ancient
All right,
fucking
here we go.
discourse. Which is kink at pride. Okay? And I mean, this is an ancient discourse. Absolutely ancient. Before me, before any of you. I don't think there's a single person in my audience who was around in the first wave of kink at pride. Okay?
Yeah, what would the first wave have been?
And I'm very angry. I'm very, very angry. Let me tell you why, okay? Yesterday, I saw a whole bunch of, well, my fellow queer people on Twitter engaging in kink at pride discourse. And I said, that's right. It's a couple days before Pride. It's inevitable.
Well, the first wave
The cycle is going to happen again. Happened
of the
last
discourse,
year,
though?
happened the year before that. It always happens. But I expected it to be the usual fare. Some queer infighting. Some small scale, you know, back and forth about this, that, and the other thing. But instead, after I
visit
tweeted
the
my
Paris
tweet,
catacombs?
I discovered that the reason why everybody was talking about it was because a whole bunch of big old figures on the online left and the online right have decided to weigh in.
Oh man, she's hitting those cloves.
And the way
Are
they
those
chose
actually
to weigh
good?
in
Chat, what are cloves supposed to do for you?
was fucking garbage.
Can somebody explain cloves to me?
Okay?
I've tried them.
Fucking
I don't understand.
garbage.
What is the appeal, chat? What is the appeal of cloves? Yeah, clove cigarettes. Apparently that's what she's smoking now. They just make you emo.
And I've talked about this so many times. And I have thought about this for
I think
a
I'm emo
long
enough
time.
already, though.
And I've pretty much thought
Probably.
about nothing else about this fucking shit since, what was it, 2 days ago? Yesterday? I don't even fucking remember.
I either get cloves or I don't, but what do they do for you? What is it? Just the taste and smell is good? It's not like it doesn't do anything to you, like make you feel different or something?
I deleted my tweets originally because I said I was going to do a segment on it. And now here I am doing
They hit
some
hard.
sort of a
Wait, what do
segment
they
on it, but
do?
I'm not
What do they
doing
hit
I
hard
originally
with?
said
What
I
is
was
it?
going
What
to.
is the feeling?
And the reason is because the moment I tweeted that I was going to attempt to do a good
They
faith
cut your throat. I know, right?
dissection and representation of my position on it, I was called a pedophile
Fiberglass.
by a lot of people. And I also got a million messages from followers that said, no, oh, Demon Mama, no, oh, God, no. Yes,
Itching,
and I have
rash,
screenshots of all of it, okay?
Mild skin
Not only
irritation.
that, but I
Yeah,
had
it's eugenol.
Nazis
Eugenol's a pretty
flooding my mentions,
powerful
and I'm not kidding you,
biochemical.
calling me it, calling me a
That's strong
degenerate,
shit.
calling me a pedophile, calling me a child molester. You don't even know, okay?
And
I
what
picked
did
up.
Vaush say? Something like that people who
I said,
didn't want to
holy
keep
fuck, what is
kids
going on?
separate from kink were
I expected
quote unquote
some,
sus. So
you
even
know,
Vaush is kind of participating in
softcore
what she's
queers
talking
to
about.
pop up and go, oh, this is so problematic.
Aren't
That's
some
what I
kinks
expected. I
too
expected
not
the old school
safer,
shit.
more?
But
Yeah,
instead,
but I
what I
would assume
got
those aren't
was
being
just
participated in.
fucking
Like,
unfathomably toxic. The most
there aren't just like
toxic shit.
piles of people fucking at Pride from what? Unless I'm wrong.
Okay, and it made me feel
Yeah, Demon Mama has
fucking
good
horrible.
takes as long as they don't involve
It made me
NCC.
feel so bad, you don't even know. And let me tell you why it made me feel
As
bad,
long
okay?
as she's not threatened by the
I'm
streamer
gonna
involved.
qualify this all, and I'm giving a take because I'm a fucking idiot.
And then all
sometimes
bets are off
I
at that
I
point.
channel the hellfire more than I should, but I don't really. Wait, how do I get this? It's so
Yeah, good
hard
thing it's
to not-
NCC
there we
and
go,
not.
there
Yeah,
it
she
is.
likes
That
Irene,
right
but not
there.
NCC.
Not the book. The thing next to it. The thing next to
Vampiric
it.
kicks.
The thing next to the book.
Kinks.
The camera angle is fucking it up. It's I don't know how to do this. That.
But yeah,
There.
we agree on like 97% of things, Demon Mama and I.
That is a
So
dried out
that might be
pile
the part of the reason
of
that she
wild
decided to
notebook
take
paper.
the
Okay?
chance to have a go at me.
upon
That
which
probably
is
has
written
a lot
letter
to
from
do
my
with it.
stepdad. Okay? And my stepdad, in that letter, threatens to kill me if I ever show up at
The
my
panel
own
tonight
home
was bad. The
my
arguers were
quote-unquote
people
freak
hinting that
flag
if you disagree
flying.
with me,
because in his
it is
mind,
cis/homophobic
being trans
problem.
was a kink.
Easier to get
He
mad
told
at an
me-
acronym. Yeah.
In his own words, that he
But
would shoot me
NCC
with a
is the
shotgun.
website. Don't they realize
He did
that?
say freak flag flying. I can. If people don't believe me, do I have to? Are you really? Are people really going to cast doubt on what I'm telling you? Do you think I made this fucking shit up?
Oh, no. Actually, I don't think she made that shit up. I know that she... I don't think...
I'm sorry, but this can't possibly be true.
Vivian
Fuck
did
you,
an
Georgia
okay
Sam.
job where...
Fuck
at
you.
the...
If
Oh,
there is a
Vivian was
single
on the panel
person-
tonight. Nice.
Here we go. Here we go. I've told this
Yeah,
one a million times.
honestly,
If I see
Vivian's
another
too
person,
nice to be on those
I
fucking
want
Prime
a print ban.
panels.
I want an IP ban for anyone
It is kind of weird.
who casts doubt on the legitimacy
That is actually
of
legit
the
weird.
artifact I have chosen to talk to my chat about. One of the most cursed things that I've ever had in my entire life, which I keep on my shelf because it reminds me why I endure the shit that I endure. So if I see anybody, you will be IP banned.
Like,
I do not
Viv,
need
more
you in this
than
community. You do
anyone,
not
probably
need me.
knows what kind
I
of
don't want you.
Mephistophelian
Understand?
deals Prime has made. It is a little bit weird that she fucks with that.
And this is not the only letter.
I don't know, Viv, if you want to talk to me and
of this type. It's the only one.
No, I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna call you. You don't have to
I
come
have
on stream or
saved on my
anything.
computer
I'm
multiple
just
letters from my
legitimately
biological father
curious
that state more or less
how
the
you
same
resolve those,
thing.
you
That
know,
state that what I am indulging in is a degenerate
that scene with
perversion.
you know, what I know to be your principles.
My father called Child Protective Services on me under the idea that I was endangering his children when I hadn't been home.
National
family's
Chicken
home
Council?
in
Don't tell them
months
that. Then they'll say,
because
like,
I
won't
was too
debate Demon
scared.
Mama.
Because I was too
I just didn't want to
uncomfortable
debate her
trying to
when
go
she was in
visit my
full-on
siblings
toxic
when I
mode.
knew my parents didn't want me there.
Probably better for her, too. Because that Demon Mama would not have been a hard Demon Mama to debate into saying something ridiculous.
I'm not kidding you. I will not.
I prefer if I'm gonna
You can
take
take my
a if I'm
word
gonna
for
take
it, or
a
you
shot
can
at
fuck
Demon
off.
Mama in a debate, I'm gonna do it
I don't
in a
feel
way
like
that's
I
fair
should
to
have
her,
show
and doing
you
it when she's
the
pissed
literal
off like
letters
that wouldn't
I have
have
kept,
been fair.
And I do. The fact I even show it on my shelf, the fact I even talk about it, is more than anybody here deserves. Sorry, I love you, my imps.
Well, yeah. Oh,
it's more than
Nair,
even you
just
deserve,
so
okay?
you know, and to anybody else, I have no problem talking to Demon Mama. I didn't want to talk to her when she was mad because I knew that would have just
do
ended
this
in misery
for a bigger
and
reason. The
just
reason
like
why I talk about this shit
it would have just been a
because it's
waste.
something I
It would have been a waste.
Okay.
And I'm not somebody to waste opportunities, okay? But yeah, I'll talk to her if she wants.
And to my great displeasure, I woke up the other day to the single-handedly most toxic and disgusting kink at pride discourse I've ever seen in my entire history of being a fucking queer woman on the internet. Okay?
And granted, I think there's some legit, like, you know, from what I know of the way she understands things, I can understand why she's mad at me. But there's some
And what's worse,
really important details
is
I think that
also
she's
saw
missing.
people that I respect leading the charge.
Oh, wow. Chat.
I have seen rampant accusations of pedophilia, of degeneracy.
Remember when I said she's not her own mama? Remember when I
people
said
that I
that, chat? That she's no longer her own mama? Do you see what's happening?
And I won't lie, it's made me nervous.
Mama's trying to come
I wanted
out.
to give a whole take. I wanted to do a whole thing on it.
This is actually
I know
exciting.
that even talking about this now, which was inevitable because I was going to get bombarded with questions because the vultures are
I
circling.
mean, listen, she came as close as she could to saying something pretty fucking brave there. And I kind of understand why, you know, she's trepidatious about crossing that line. Given what she's been through.
And I've just seen a lot of fucking shit, okay? And I understand if you have a different take, you want to talk about kink at pride or whatever. But there is one thing I cannot abide, okay? I simply will not. I will not abide. I cannot abide. I would be going against the entire library of my entire content that I've done.
Anyway, I do want to give this whole thing space and time. I don't want to make Demon Mama mad. I know that she's got a lot to deal with and stuff, and I'm not trying to poke a conflict, so maybe we'll give it a little while. But yeah, no, I don't have a problem talking to her. Just so everybody knows.
Denounce.
And I think you can understand if you saw her the night of the last
frankly,
hippy dippy. I think you'll understand why I didn't want to debate her.
Accusations of pedophilia.
Chat, anybody can clap, you know, a completely salty person like that. If I'm gonna beat Demon Mama at a debate, it's gonna be fair and square. Because we have only had one debate before, and it was
even more
a draw. So I think it would be. I think it would be actually a very interesting discussion. Yeah.
Tennessee literally
We just don't disagree on that much. To be fair.
Which I talked about on my stream to my much smaller audience. And this is what we're talking about. And not just this.
Yeah, well, I'd prefer we not fight either, Yatisini. I prefer we not fight either.
Distracted by kink at pride, which happens every single year since the fucking 1980s or earlier.
We disagree on more things, but
probably
like
even longer.
Like for instance, this like. I understand very much where she's coming from.
We're calling people pedos. Are you fucking insane? Are you people fucking insane?
Yeah, this is fucked up that the discourse is getting this charged. Because like this point of view is not a sus point of view. So she's right. Vaush is wrong on this. Like Vaush, that was fucked up for Vaush to call. Like I don't know if he realized he was calling Demon Mama sus, but. Yeah, this is really fucked up.
And by the way, just so you know,
like she came as close as she could.
2 or 3 panel invites to talk about this before even giving a take
on her point of view.
People come to me gasping.
He's very much on the opposite side of this issue.
Do you disagree with the only correct take on kink at Pride.
What exactly?
Oh my God,
she
Demon
did
Mama, are you a
get
pedophile?
brought
You're
up
not
though.
fucking kidding
What
me.
did Vaush say about her when she got brought up? Does anybody remember?
Fucking kidding me? This is what it is? Why the fuck would I even buy? Why do I?
Like, I mean, Vaush is very much in the point of view that, like,
fucking content
we need to
in
make
this goddamn
Pride
environment.
family friendly and
Why the
accessible
fuck
and
would any queer person?
normalize, gay people, right? By doing so.
Yeah,
That
why
was
the
Vaush's
fucking-
take.
No, and
So,
what's even worse,
literally
is that
what
it's
she's calling it,
disgustingly
like,
hypocritical.
literally what she's calling out here. Now, obviously, they don't want to have a fight or
It
anything.
is disgustingly
but
hypocritical.
I don't
a level of hypocritical
feel like, okay, so
that
chat,
I can
listen.
only say
Before, and you know what I'm talking about. Like, I famously pointed out that sometimes, she seems to, sweep her takes that are inconvenient for people, in her, clout network under the rug, right? I've pointed that out before. I'm going to point out right now, because I'm a good faith person, that she is very much doing the opposite of that. She is very much taking a risk. She is very much, like, putting it on the line here. And I'm very much here for that. I am very much here for that.
it comes from a place.
When I critiqued her about not having enough independence, maybe I didn't make the point enough that, like, independence is also dangerous. You saw what happened to me, chat, when I spoke up, right? And I don't have a clout network to protect me. I don't have somebody to give me a shout out and put, like, thousands of, of viewers into me, when another large creator is attacking me, right? I don't have, what she had. I was able to survive, the attacks only because of the solidarity and the strength of my community. Only because, we have a relationship where I fight for you and you fight for me, right? But yeah, it's really scary to get attacked by a larger larger streamer in their community. It's really fucking scary. It's really fucking destructive. And I guess if I made any mistake in my criticism of Demon Mama before, it was in maybe glossing over the reasons that she, needs that protection, and the kind of difficulty that there is for trans streamers trying to claw their way into spaces like this. And yeah, I mean, like, I will cop to that. I absolutely minimize that. I mean, you can see why what I did, right? I mean, like, it wasn't like I didn't have anything to be mad about, right? But I recognize that I probably minimized that.
Of lack of care.
Yeah, I'd like to see Vaush and Demon Mama have a talk about that too. Absolutely.
Because
Vamp, somebody did bring the take up to him. I just don't remember what he said about it.
Although, this is a bit of a subtweet to some people. Oh yeah, people were volunteering me to go on panels. I didn't even fucking make a take yet. I hadn't even had time to set up my computer and make a take. And I had a million people being like, oh, well, let's get Demon Mama on. Ooh, let's have her be the only person. You know that people told me that I was the only person they could find who took my position? Bullshit. No offense to those people. Just saying.
Maybe the only person,
well, that
Demon
just goes to
Mama,
show how toxic the discourse has gotten.
maybe the only person they could find that you hadn't canceled. Maybe it was one of those situations.
And the fucking blistering cruelty that's hanging over everything is that this is the first Pride.
Oh yeah. Vaush was disappointed in
After
Bread.
Trump.
Just said he was disappointed in BreadTube. So yeah, they're avoiding,
banned
like,
trans people from the
directly confronting
Who
each other
issued a
on this,
memo
but they're
specifically
definitely
targeting trans
subtweeting each
people
other at this
who
point.
has emboldened anti-trans rhetoric on the lines of moral panics about degeneracy for the last 4 years. And this is the
I wonder if Demon Mama's got those They Live glasses on too.
Gasoline
What do you
on
think, chat?
while Tennessee is passing anti-trans.
She gonna put the glasses on and see what's going on the online left? I'm here for it.
But I've realized that there is like basically 0% chance that that I can avoid this topic. Because let's be real. I'm a pretty big trans streamer. On the left. At this point. And I just
Oh my god, I'm sorry. She's so hard to hate, isn't she? She's so hard to hate.
Appreciate the tier 4 sub.
She's adorable. She's adorable.
And by the way, our debate channel on our Discord has been very intense, but has managed to maintain a relative level of civility. So if you're really, really super interested in going back and forth,
It's
about
just
this,
really funny with the like
please do.
the flex and then the smoke, the clove smoke getting in her eye.
But I really don't appreciate being called indirectly or directly, to be completely honest, a pedophile. And I don't appreciate content creators like Vaush and Shoe on Head building up to the level of intensity in which they are willing to call a bunch of people pedos for having a different take.
That's right. That's right. Disagreeing with Vaush means canceling him.
Fever pitch of pedophilia accusations.
She fucking did it, chat.
The oldest form of homophobia.
She just did it.
Which is inevitably
She did it.
being funneled directly at trans women.
Color me surprised. Wow.
And I
She
recognize
fucking
that
did it.
Somebody said, "Oh, Demon Mama, you're a pedo." Oh, but the implementation. Oh, the implication was there. You can follow 2 and 2. When you do a giant rant and you say at the end of your giant rant...
She's been watching
that the
Ico?
only
Wait,
people
why?
who
Because she's
care about
smoking?
this issue are people who can't keep it in their pants and who want pedo shit.
Or because she's calling out
That is
bigger
called-
streamers,
that
or
is not even an
why?
implication. That is just
Or are you
the
saying she's
conclusion
watching
of the
Ico?
argument is that anybody who disagrees with you is a pedo.
She just called out Vaush. Ico has been doing a lot of Vaush bad lately. On this issue or on like other issues too?
And I'm fucking pissed about it. Like
The
I'm really
hard
pissed
thing
about
to
it.
do is like with Vaush, I want to make a nuanced
And the
take.
only reason
And it always gets pushed to Vaush bad, Vaush good.
that I'm even talking about it is because I've been bombarded by messages. Just fucking bombarded.
Oh no, she's I mean like it's not a spicy take to punch on Mike. It's very easy to punch on Mike. You can punch on Mike with
So I
no
don't really even
consequences.
care.
That's not a brave thing. Taking on Vaush on the other hand, that especially for her, that is a very brave thing.
I don't even care what your position is.
And no, she's not canceling Vaush. She's not coming out against. She hasn't turned on Vaush. This isn't like bridges burned, shots fired, anything like that. But she's, you know, confronting directly his take and disagreeing with it, making no bones about it, right?
And the worst, and another thing, just another fucking thing about it.
I'm just saying that
Another
people
fucking
can
thing about
beat
it
up on Mike
is
without
that,
much
well,
consequence, right? That there's not like a lot of blowback if you attack Mike. Whereas if you attack Vaush or somebody else, you know,
To be
there will
completely
be.
Frank, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
What was I
Me
saying?
too. I'm fucking
I said
surprised,
this,
even Mama. I'm fucking
100%
surprised.
sweet.
I'm gonna get a sody pop. That's how surprised I am, Chad. I gotta have a sody pop in celebration.
I don't even remember what I was going to say. And I'm going to be a little bit.
Chad, I drink
I'm gonna be a
entirely too
little
much
bit
of this
fucking
shit.
spicy
I
here,
drink
okay?
entirely too much energy drink, don't I?
I'm gonna be a little spicy here, okay? Because, you know.
A little spicy? You've been spicy.
But there's something truly rich about a bunch of fucking streamers who stream on a platform that has child protections that are about as thin as a fucking
Mike will swing his channel at you.
Tissue paper.
No, but there's too many
Regularly
people
boast about the
attacking
number of
Mike
young
for him
people
to
they have in
really
their audience,
like. If you're Ico, he might come after you, but like
who
you really
go
have
on
to
rants about
do a lot to get his attention. It's
loving
just like there's so many
horsecock,
people like that are taking
regularly
shits
boast
on
about
Mike
their
that it's
sexual
real. I
preferences.
don't think it really shows like a lot of
Oh, and
bravery. I
guess
mean,
what? It's not just Vaush, by the way. Because, hey, do you all remember when Shoe on Head was super
Taking
open
on
on her
Shoe.
channel, which largely appeals to young people, about
taking
her
on Shoe.
full-time kink relationship with her ex? Oh, did everybody forget about that? Did everybody forget? Oh, but kink at Pride. Oh, Jesus. Think of the children. You motherfuckers. Fuck off. Dude, I'm so fucking pissed about this.
If that LARPing Republican from Philadelphia turns on you, oh, who, Mike?
People melting down over a leather daddy who's with
Mike's
with a
pretty
bulging
neutral on me. I don't
cock
think Mike really has
doing
a
pelvic
like
thrust.
a
And
take
then
one
they
way or
log on
like
to
he's
the,
aware of me, but I don't think
the
he's
game World of
like I don't
Warcraft,
think he's a big fan of
which is
Dylan,
fucking
but
marketed
he's
to
not necessarily a
children
big fan of
with
mine
giant-
either.
with a woman
And he
with
knows that I
giant
can.
heaving tits
He
and a
knows that I
G-string
can roast
fucking
somebody pretty
grinding
hard,
her
and I'm
ass
sure
crack,
he's
casting magic
very,
that
you know.
sensually rubs across her fucking mound. And
Everybody
think of the
knows
children
about
in
my
Pride.
roasting
those fucking
skills
leather
now.
daddies. Oh, those puppy players.
And funny enough, I don't feel like roasting anybody. I actually don't. Like, I've had enough toxicity for a while. Thank you very much.
Fuck on. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm the radical left. Are you for real? Are
The
you
elephant
fucking
has a
for real
memory
right
that
now? Let
never
me show you
ends. Wait,
something.
who's the elephant, Mike?
Advertised on all over the place. Let me just show you something. Ready?
Because he's a Republican.
Fucking,
Okay.
let me just show you. This isn't even an example. This was a hero that was advertised all over the motherfucking place. Okay? Let me just show you the official
Also, Demon Mama.
skin for this fucking character.
And I'm
okay?
not trying
Let
to
me just
kiss
show
your
you.
butt.
Shall I show you? This
But
was
I
just,
do like the
this is
new
just
look.
one example.
I do like the new look. I will
Fucking
say that.
massive tits, literally fucking bikini armor. This was advertised all over the place, all over Twitter when this came out. This was teased on all
Dumbo
major
isn't
platforms.
come up, and
There is
like, I
no
just
difference
naturally am
between
like little
this
dudes.
and a leather daddy. There is no difference between this and a puppy player. Not even a single difference. A fucking sexy dom lady
No,
who
dude,
makes
puppy
sex
players.
jokes at you while you play the
I don't
game.
even
And she
get
does.
it. Like, why do puppy
This
players
character
have this
flirts at you while you're playing the
reputation of
game.
being
The game that is
so sexual?
largely
I've
played by children.
only seen puppy players be
Oh, but it's the
wholesome
leather
at Pride.
daddies. Oh,
I've
but
only
it's the
seen
puppy
ever
players.
seen
Oh,
puppy
but
players
it's
be
the
wholesome as
everybody
heck
else.
at Pride.
What the fuck? So yeah, with all due respect, please fucking smarten up. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, this was earlier tonight, I think. Yeah.
America
Yeah, if you talk to Demon Mama,
is fucking insane.
tell her she really
when it
surprised
comes
me
to
tonight.
sex, okay? Pardon my language. America
Tell
is
her that
so
for
insane.
once.
And you know what? It's really
I was
funny.
kind of lost for
I would
words.
I challenge you all. If any of you disagree with me, go take a look at what Europeans think about this. Europeans think we're fucking crazy.
I really didn't
Because
expect
you
her
wanna know
to.
what? There's tits all over the place in Europe. I've been there
And I'm happy
myself.
that she did.
See, interestingly, before Mama was an online figure, Mama traveled the world. And Mama's seen what it's like in every other country in the world. There's tits everywhere. There's fucking sex everywhere. You know, when I was in Germany, I saw, while watching fucking TV,
Oh, yeah.
just ads where people were just fucking right on the ad and it just plays like while you're fucking sitting there watching TV? I'm not kidding you. That's real. And if you go look at the takes of people looking in from the outside at this, like all the Europeans going, "What the fuck is wrong with America? Are they that scared of a boob? Are they that fucking scared of like a censored, highly censored emulation of like a sex act?" Oh wait. Oh, you want to see another example? Want to see another fucking example? Watch this. Let me show you something. Let me show you another example. All right. Yeah? Hold on. There's so many examples of this. Let's see. Can I get it? Oh, shit. Are you ready? You ready for a staple of American
I
children's
literally
fucking
argued
television?
that 10-inch dildo costumes aren't in any way
Watch.
sexual
You fucking ready? Watch
in the
this
context of the Pride Parade tonight. Demon Mama
shit.
has the most correct take here.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is on a VHS tape that was sold. Oh, he's emulating oral sex with his giant bulging codpiece.
What? What? What is this? Chat, what is this?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Wait. What?
Guess we better call gay people who don't have a problem with that degenerate
Lance.
pedophiles, huh?
Oh, the Japanese Penis Festival. Yes, yes.
And let
The
me tell
cover
you
of a
another-
wrestling video. Why was it like...
people making these takes know nothing about Pride. They don't know fucking shit about Pride.
Oh my god.
You
Oh,
know,
I
I'm
think you
really
and
good at
Vaush have a
Pride,
lot
it's
to
not
talk
really
about. I think
But I
you and
know
Vaush will
quite a
have
lot
a
about
lot to
Pride.
talk about.
And I can tell you that the caricatures that have been presented about Pride are straight out of the fucking playbook of homophobia. The idea
Yeah,
that there is just like
this is
gay
what I was
men
saying.
bukkake-ing each other all over the fucking streets during Pride is motherfucking stupid.
This is a fucking moral panic.
Unbelievably stupid.
At the very least, people are exaggerating the extent to
Repugnantly
which,
stupid.
like, overt
Dangerously
sexual
stupid.
activity
Oh, yes, they
happens
fucking
at
did.
Pride.
Don't you even tell me. I saw the fucking takes. The annoying thing
Are
is
we
that
finally
both
gonna get
sides
the
are really
Vaush
trying to
versus
hell out
Demon
of each
Mama
other.
that was robbed of
No,
us? Maybe?
Don't you fucking give this shit to me. There's only one
Maybe?
side here calling people fucking pedophiles. Shut the fuck up.
Then again, Vaush doesn't
you
really like to
fucking kidding
argue
me?
with people to the left of him, so...
Oh, I saw
Maybe he'll
plenty
make an
Dr.
exception
Mother.
this time? I would suggest not I would suggest not platforming people with shit takes. Wait, who has shit takes? Vaush talking to him Hakeem was good. That time they were nice to each other. Vaush trad. Nice. Vaush trad.
What's the solution to all this? Is there a way to appease both sides of this ordeal? No. That is impossible. Pride is a worldwide multi-event thing. There are Pride parades, there are private events, and at currently existing Pride events, they are already heavily sanitized.
Talking about it
Pride
like it's a
events are
Bukake
already
festival.
very sanitized.
Yeah, that's what
In
I worry
fact,
about. Listen,
kink
like,
communities
I'm
are
open
very,
to the
very
idea that
careful
there should be, like,
about
a
doing
family-friendly,
explicit kink stuff
you know,
private. Now, sometimes you might see some
Pride
baby daddies,
experience to
you might
have,
see some people with
but
play, but that's about it.
I don't want this to become... I think there's a danger in indulging moral panics, and I think there's a moral panic going on here with the exaggeration of how prevalent, you know, overt sexual behavior is at Pride. I think the fact that this is getting exaggerated and lied about is very worrisome.
Me too, Lonnie. Oh, me too.
Have none of these people ever been to a Guar concert, for instance?
And yeah, you know what? I agree. There are fucking limits. There are fucking limits. Dude, yeah, maybe, you know what? Yeah, let's not have a fucking bukkake scene in public. Yeah, let's You know, that's probably across a couple lines.
And then is she gonna make the point that that wasn't happening? Right? That wasn't happening, right, chat? That wasn't part of Pride.
But nobody does that.
Yes!
This is a Nazi propagated fiction.
Yes!
This is a fucking Nazi propagated fiction.
I mean, I don't know about the Nazis, but like, yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely
there are millions of people who
queerphobic
engage in Pride every year for decades. They have put together these things, and you know what? Most of Pride has been overtaken by corporations and fucking police.
That's what I'm talking about with Vaush, like, kind of, like, his takes have the threat of, like, sort of gentrifying Pride even further.
And yet we're going to sit here and call people pedos because they don't think that think that like leather daddies who were fucking absolutely vital in many places, that kink communities
Vaush is slipping.
Literally kept people alive.
Yeah, you better be careful. Version 3.0 is gonna catch up.
Are the ones who need to be ousted? Nah. Come on. This is fucking ridiculous.
I think it's when she put on that, like, dark lipstick for the first time.
I saw the clip.
That the base take started coming out.
Dr. Medley, I will blast you out of here if you're going to be a fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
And I don't want to do a fucking call and react against
anybody in here an old school Demon Mama fan? Anybody in here old school Demon Mama fans? Have we got any old school imps, former imps,
anything bad
in the chat? Does this feel familiar to anybody else? Does this feel familiar?
And by
this energy?
Way, come on, I've been fucking filtering through all of this, and Vaush is not the only one. We've got a fucking 100 other people weighing in on this with way stupider takes. And I got called, personally, a pedophile multiple times just for saying I had a slightly different take. And Shu's takes were fucking atrocious.
I kind of hate it when people use, like, the pedo thing is basically a bullying tactic to try to hammer everybody into line on this matter.
I've seen people saying... I've seen people saying that if a child that parents choose to bring to a pride parade sees a guy on a leash, that is a violation of consent. What?
I'm glad we watched this take, yeah.
What? Is this where we're at?
Because I feel like there, honestly, like, she's right. There have been a lot of, like, creators, both trans and cis, that have had this, like, you know, that have been singing this chorus, right?
I fucking care about this.
I get mad when she starts talking about her stepdad being a dick.
Very, very large amount of people in America.
It's a way to shut down people without engaging. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is a kink, is a perversion. And that if you're even visible,
it's really dangerous to, like,
freak flag fly, that you deserve a shotgun in the mouth. You think I'm kidding? I'm not.
I would like to see that too, Devin. I would like to see that too.
Like it? Well, that's the world you're contending with. That's the world you're existing in. And guess what? It wasn't all that long ago, 90s, early 2000s, that being gay was seen as a kink, as a choice. That rhetoric is still used now. But the little dudes come up, and, like, I just naturally am like, little dude. Thank you, Devin. Thank you for the follow. Nobody's freaking out about Mardi Gras. Nobody's freaking out about fucking Fantasy Fest. Nobody's freaking out about the literal daily exposure to sex that children have in Las Vegas. Nobody is talking about the daily exposure to sex in games that are advertised at children. Nobody fucking gives a shit. They'll just yum, 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 suck all that shit right up. Every single day, all day, every single day. Nobody gives a fucking shit. But then all of a sudden, here comes the gays. Better freak out. Well, don't be celebrating for so long.
Oh, nice,
sir.
yeah.
I'm probably gonna get fucked over for that.
Glad to hear people are coming over from YouTube. I'm glad to hear that Twitch people are going over to YouTube and taking advantage of that. There's some cool shit on YouTube. In fact, there might be some content coming up pretty soon that you won't necessarily get on the stream. So,
yeah, Ivy from Soul Calibur. And again, one more thing I just want to say: the blistering hypocrisy of any one of the people who spoke out.
I gotta say,
who has a YouTube channel,
Demon Mama
channel, that they don't put an 18+ warning at the beginning of, and actively, and in fact, some of.
Oh, I do that on my Twitch channel. But Demon Mama, like, yo, if you'd been in this mindset, you know, when you'd done your hit video on me, like, I might have actually been in some danger there, right? If you hadn't been so pissed that you literally couldn't remember, like, she had a dunk on me, chat. Like, cause I made a really stupid joke, right? That was a callback to a joke that she had made a long time ago.
Naturally, I'm like, little dudes.
And I basically owned myself in the joke. And she was about to let me have it. She was about to explain what I had actually said, which was, you know, basically, like, I forgot that the joke was, like, it's the joke is, like, that Vaush's version, or Destiny's version 1, Vaush's version 2, Demon Mama's version 3, I'm version 4, right? And the reason that's funny, or like a self-own, is because, like, if you're version 4, that means you're the end of the human centipede, okay? That was what the joke was. The joke was, like, that Destiny had shit out his takes into Vaush. Vaush had digested them, shit those out into Demon Mama, and the calling myself version 4.0 is basically saying that I'm, like, the recipient of all that shit. So yeah, it was a self-own, and she, like, she sets it up, and she gets so mad that she doesn't remember to, like, explain that, like, this is why, like she had me 100%, but she was too mad to actually dunk. So yeah, if she'd been more in this mindset, I would have been in trouble. I would have been in real trouble there. But yeah, luckily for me, it was not so. And that's why I said I didn't want to, like, you know, I didn't want to debate her that night. It wouldn't have been challenging, and any victory that I had in that context would not have been a real victory. Let's be honest.
Literally boast about how many kids they have in their audience, Vaush. But then we'll go on to accuse people of being pedos while they go on a big tear about, oh, dude, I want a fucking horse.
Where did Bayonetta come up? Do the chat's talking about Bayonetta now?
Cock in my, I want the horse cock. I want to jam my big horse cock in a tiny twink's mouth. Oh, I'll come up just gallon upon gallon of cum. And guess what? My position doesn't say that you're a fucking pedophile for that. But yours accuses everybody else who's not you of being a pedophile.
Damn.
It is fucking hypocritical. It is
okay, once again, surprise. Color me surprised.
Infuriatingly so.
Color me surprised. I did not expect to see this tonight.
And I happen to know I've been name dropped a lot recently.
I wonder who name dropped.
So, if you think my take is dumb, sure. You wouldn't be the first. If you're gonna call me a pedo, like the vultures, have fun. It won't be the first time. Yep. Won't be the first time.
Who does all this debating benefit? Chat, this isn't kayfabe, is it? You don't think that this is a setup, do you?
And just like every other time, it's all fun and games until somebody takes the accusations too seriously. Until another moral
That's what I'm
panic
talking
whips
about.
up,
This
people
could get people killed. This could get people hurt.
Another kid is smashed and murdered, or thrown off a bridge, or beaten,
or a
shot in the
streamer
head,
that gets called,
or,
like,
or, you know, until kids are ruthlessly bullied for being, you know, for forcing others to engage in their kink, by the way, which is something I encounter all the time.
Wait, you
Did
hate it
know
because
that
she's
to this
disagreeing
day,
with Vaush, or
you all have seen me engage in this. You all have seen me go onto a panel and have conservatives say, why should I have to be subjected to your lifestyle? Why should I have, because you have a sexual choice. Come on. It's fucking stupid. And there's no need to fucking, this is slippery slope, but go off. This is not slippery
God
slope.
damn
You
it,
fuckers do not know
chat.
what a slippery slope
are
is.
you gonna make me do
You
it?
People don't know what you actually don't know.
Are you gonna make me do it?
What a slippery slope is. Holy motherfucking God.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Joyce's, just fucking rewind.
I'm gonna
Real
be
fast.
nice
Don't mean
tonight,
to be mean,
Demon
but
Mama. I'm gonna be
fucking
nice
pissed.
tonight. But yeah, you've got every right to be disappointed in your chat for that. Oh my god, stop it! Irene, be nice just for once. For once, be nice. Just for once, be nice. I can do it, chat. I can be nice. I can be nice.
You want to know who had a base take about this? You want to know who had a base little meme take about this? Let me show you one. Anybody know Xilix, Lexi, Doe? Anybody know? Oh, also, another person who has base takes on this, Chud Logic, an actual father who has real good takes about this. Huge shout out to Chud Logic, by the way, for not being a fucking moral panicking idiot over this. Huge shout out. Very, very happy. Always proud of Chud Logic, because Chud Logic always seems to impress me. And let me give you another one.
Even DSK, even Discrub King had an okay take on this, yes.
Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess I won't be showing that tweet.
Wait, did Doe get...
I guess I won't be
What?
showing that.
Chat, what happened to Doe?